So in this video, I just want to show you very briefly some of the features that students can use within the notebook. So the notebook is what you are going to get to anytime that you're actually working on a product within the platform, whether it is a checkpoint, a final product, or even a cool down within a math unit. So when you actually click on a checkpoint or final product, there's a link that you can actually attach to the very top to open the actual thing that the teacher is going to grade, right? This is what the teacher is going to look at when he's actually grading. Now, sometimes all the teacher will ask you to do is actually insert a picture of your work here, but sometimes they will actually have a template there for you to fill in as you go along. And some of the things that you may want to know is that, first of all, there's always feedback options on the right side here where you can see what the teacher graded you at. But at the top, you can also see the edit history of your work. So if you click on that, you can actually go to the past and see all the things you've done and actually restore a version that they may have had something that you lost or accidentally deleted. If you need help, there's an X for help button. That's pretty cool. It will send a notification for the teacher that you want help with this. There's this one here that I really like. You can actually click on it and it will open a separate tab just for that notebook. So that can be very, very helpful if you want to look at that file separately. It will also show who is looking at your project right now. Right now is just you, but if your teacher was looking at it or somebody else was looking at it, it would be visible there. You can actually change from editing to view only or track changes, which will allow you to make changes in a way that will notify the teacher that those changes were made. This is good when you guys are working together in revising your product. There's a really awesome text-to-speech function that if you activate, it will read the screen for you. And a lot of times students have difficulty because they have difficulty understanding what is being on the screen rather than the actual concepts themselves. So if reading is a gap, this is something that can actually help you. A button for allow you to print if your school has that feature. And then normal text editing functions, right? So things that you can do to bold the text, underline it, italicize. If you highlight a word and you go text and then click here, you can actually put a link within the text. You can also strike through the words, make it become subscript or actually superscript, change the font type and size and color. You can use highlight features, especially if you're trying to communicate with a teacher about certain sections that you're not sure about. There is paragraph features like italicizing left paragraph left, paragraph right, paragraph center, or justifying. There is creating lists by number or by bullets, spacing out your text in double space or single space. It depends on how the teacher would like you to see your work. There is also insert functions, which allow you to insert lots of cool things like images, math equations, make a table, a line, or a bookmark that can be used to link to your own text. That's a really cool feature. If you, for example, insert a bookmark right here, then you can actually insert somewhere else within the text thing a link to your own bookmark. So if you click on the bookmark, you can actually click on that link, and now the link is in your screen. So then you can actually highlight a different section of text, create a link, and paste it. And when you do that, if you click on that link, it will take you to the bookmark, right? So that's a really cool feature that you can have, especially if you try to create like sections of your project. Like here's my introduction, so you can create like a table of contents, and then if the person clicks on table of contents, it will go to where you need to be. And the last feature that I want to show you is that if you highlight some text, any text, let me just go back here, you can actually insert a comment and maybe ask a question for the teacher, right? So by adding a comment there, you can actually communicate with the teacher about something that you're not sure how to do. And in fact, if there is already a comment, you can click on it and reply to it. And that is a way to communicate with your teacher about what's happening in your project. So that is a really awesome feature. And by the way, when these comments are left on your home screen, it will actually show up on the notification tab that new comments have been made right here on the bottom left. So that's really awesome features that are come together with the notebook. And the new version of the notebook is even including the feature of adding video and other awesome resources like that. So I hope you find this helpful and that you use these features to your advantage and to help you communicate with the teacher and make the best, coolest looking final products.